الله لا إله إلا هو.
The four compulsory acts of wuzu are: number one, washing your entire face. So washing your face, your entire face, from the tip of the forehead all the way up to the chin, and from one earlobe to the other. So from one earlobe to the other. So that is called washing the face, i.e. that is the first compulsory act of wudu. Second compulsory act of wudu is your entire arm up to your elbows. So firstly your right arm up to your elbows, left arm to your left elbows. Thereafterwards, number three is doing massa of the hair. So in the Hanafi fiqh, it is farz to do massa of a quarter of the hair. And then lastly, the fourth compulsory act of wuzu is that you wash your feet all the way up to your ankles. So right foot first, thereafterwards your left foot. Now just a very quick recap of the procedure of wuzu. So how do we then do the wuzu? So I mentioned the four compulsory acts of wudu, but what is considered to be the sunnah procedure of performing wuzu? So the first thing what we do is that we wash our hands all the way up to our wrists. Now after washing our hands, we then gargle 3 times. So how do we gargle? You should use you could use like both hands, gather the water and then put it into your mouth, or use the right hand. So let the water from the tap come into your right hand and then put it into your mouth and then rinse your mouth out. Obviously you may have done miswak before, but if you haven't done the miswak, then you could use the finger, your forefinger, and then just quickly gargle, take away the grease of the teeth and the lips and so on. Remove that and then continue with your wuzu. So you gargle 3 times. Then afterwards you then rinse your nose, and you also do that 3 times as well. Now the way you do this one, again, you let the water come into your right hand, your right palm. You then put it up your nostrils, and then you use the little finger on the left hand. So little finger on the left hand, and then you put it up your nostrils. You know, your right nostrils, your left nostrils. You also, if there's any kind of like something inside your nose, then you could sneeze it and blow it out. But that is a sunnah way that you use your right hand firstly to put water up your nostrils, then use the little finger on your left hand to put it up your nostrils and to sneeze it out as well. Now with regards to the cleaning of the nose, just one mas'ala and one point to remember, that it is mentioned in the hadith that when you wake up from sleep, whether in the night, whether in the morning, then it's good that after you wake up from sleep, that when you are doing wuzu for fajr or for tahajjud or whatever, that you rinse your nose and you blow your nose as well. Because it's mentioned in the hadith of Sahih Muslim that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, فَإِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ يَبِيتُ عَلَى خَيْشُومِهِ, which means that shaitan, he stays the night in a person's nostrils. So in other words, when you fall asleep, then what happens is shaitan, according to one interpretation of this hadith, he actually literally lives in your nostrils, stays in your nostrils the entire night. So that's why when you wake up in the morning, you'll always realize that when you wake up in the morning, you always feel a bit, there's always something in your nose, isn't it? Either some snot or something inside your nose. So one reason could be it's because of shaitan staying the night in your nose sleeping in your nostrils for the entire night. So therefore, because shaitan stays in your nostrils your entire night, that's what the hadith says, فَلْيَسْتَنْثِرْ, that when you blow your nose, you should actually, when you rinse your nose, you should actually blow as well. Like take out the stuff which is inside your nose, so that any effects of shaitan which is there comes out. So in particular, when you wake up for Fajr, then you should try to do that. The other wuzus, like throughout the day, you don't have to actually, blow. You should try to blow, but you don't have to. If you're just supposed to like put the water up your nostrils and just use your little finger on your left hand to just quickly rinse it, then that would be sufficient. Okay, so that is with regards to cleaning the nose. Obviously, the next part of the wuzu is that you wash your face, then you wash your arms up to your elbows, and then you do massa of the head. So the way you do massa, and this is again according to the Hanafi school of thought, is imagine the water is falling, so you wet your fingers. After you wet your fingers, you then place these three fingers, little ring finger, we call them in English, and the middle finger. So these three, little finger, we call them ring fingers, and middle finger, you place them three in the tip of the forehead. And then you drag it all the way back. Go all the way back, yeah? Now after you drag it all the way back, then with the palm, the right palm, because that is wet, and the left palm which is wet, you then push it, or you then bring it forward. So you start from the tip of your forehead, and then you go all the way back, and then you use the right palm and the left palm to then push it all the way to the front. So now you've got this part of these three fingers, this part of the hands are now dry, but you've got them two, i.e. index and thumb, and the back of your hand, which is still wet. So with the index finger, you then do khilal or massa of the udunain, i.e. the inner part of your ears. So you put it into the eardrums, and then you go all the way back. And then with the thumb, you do massa of the outer parts of your ears, and then with the back of your hand, you then do massa of the nape, right, like this, right, left, and then you do khilal, you finish off with khilal of the fingers. Okay, so that's how you do the massa of the head. Thereafterwards, you then finish off by washing your feet all the way up to the ankles.